Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial on my channel. This is Style with Chika, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful trendy backless dress that I have on. If this is something you'd love to learn how to make, keep on watching. Subscribe to this channel for amazing more content if you haven't already. Like this video if you find it very helpful, and let's get started. So for this style, I'm going to be making use of 2 yards of Ankara. So what I have here is 6 yards, but I haven't cut it out yet. But all you'll be needing is just about 2 yards of whatever material you choose to use. You can use plain or pattern materials just like this that have a soft feel and it turn out beautiful. So guys, I've gone ahead to open up my Ankara fabric. Okay, so I'm going to start from this edge. So just take any corner, okay? You're going to take any corner like this, and then you're going to fold it just like this, and you're going to arrange it out just like you can see me doing. Alright guys, so now that I've gone ahead to fold my material like this, next I'm going to take my shoulder measurement and I'll divide my shoulder measurement by 2. What I have is 8 inches. So when I have that, I'm going to start from this point and I'll pick a point where 8 inches fits into, which is here. I'll just go ahead and leave a mark at the side just like this, and then I will just connect with a straight line like you can see me doing. Now this line is not actually a straight line because at the end of the day, if you cut it open, it will look like a V neckline shape. So to avoid a deep V neckline shape, what I'm going to do is to come up by this point. I'll come to this point and then I'll come up by 1 inch just like this, and from here now I'm just going to connect upward like this. This would help me minimize the appearance of a V neckline. Okay, so next I'm going to create a channel which I'm going to be passing my rope around the neckline through. To do that now, this is our new starting line. Okay, so to do that now, from this starting line I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches just like you can see me doing like this. I'll connect together like this. Alright guys, so next from this point I'm going to be marking out my gown length. So for my gown length, I want it to be pretty short, so I'm going to be making use of 30 inches. Okay, so I'm going to place my tape right here at this line right here. So from this point now, I'm going to just adjust my material upward so you guys can see, and I'm going to go ahead and mark out 30 inches plus 1 inch of allowance, which is 31 inches. Okay, so now I've marked 31 inches. So what I'm going to do now is to place my tape at the starting point just like I did before marking out this first line, and then I'll mark out 31 inches all around this Ankara material. So I'm making use of 31 inches not just because I want it short, or because for this Ankara material it's going to give issues with the length, because Ankara material is just by length 45. Okay, so you may need to cut and join if you're using a length that is longer. So that's why I'm just making use of 31 inches for the purpose of this tutorial also. So I just marked out 31 inches all around like this, and then I'm just going to connect just like you can see me doing. All right, so now after I've connected, I have a shape all around here. You can see I have a shape all the way to the base here. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and cut around this line. I do hope you understand. Alright guys, so now this is what it looks like after I had cut it out. So now I'm going to come to the top parts now, and I'll cut out this first line that you can see here. So now guys, I'm going to use this front piece to cut out my back piece. So for that now, you want to determine how open you want your back to be. Okay, for me I don't want it too open. All right, so just do yours according to your taste. So for me, I'm just going to, from this starting point, I'm going to come down by at least 12 inches. So at this point where I have 12 inches now, I'll just go ahead and fold my material like this. Okay, I'll fold my material this way, just like you can see me doing. All right, so this is slanted, okay? It's not like this, it's slanted. All right, so what you want to do is measure your 12 inches from this side. All right, from the edge here, that's where you're going to measure your 12 inches from. So it's not going to be very equal, okay, at the sides. So now what you want to do is to fold your material into two again, okay? Fold it in the same cone shape. All right, fold it in the same cone shape, and then you're going to take your front piece now. You're going to take your front piece and then you're going to place it on top of the one that you just folded. So I know that this may not be very easy for you to see because the material is of the same print, but just follow the instructions that I'm giving and yours is going to turn out perfect also. All right, so now that I have this on top of this, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out. When I'm cutting out, I'm not going to cut directly at this line here. I'll cut it a little bit above because I will need allowance also for my elastic at my back. Alright guys, so now this is my front piece and my back piece. I've just gone ahead to fold one to the front and the other to the back so you can clearly see the difference. So guys, this is my back piece. So what I'm going to do now is to sew on the waist part of my back piece, which is this top part here. So what I'm going to do now is to fold it in by a little and then I'll fold it in again just like this. So what I'm trying to do now is to create a channel where I'm going to be passing my elastic through. So I'm going to go ahead and do it all around here. So guys, now I'm gonna ahead to sew around this corner and you can see what it's looking like. So now I'm going to pass my elastic through this hole that I now have here with the help of my office pin. So I'm going to pick a length for my elastic. For my elastic, I'm just going to be using about 14 inches, okay? So I'm going to cut this elastic at 14 inches. Go ahead and pick a comfortable length for your back. So now I'm just going to pass it through from the corner like this, just like you can see me doing. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to go ahead and sew down on the elastic on both sides so it doesn't pop out. So guys, after I was done securing it on the sides, this is what it looked like. So I want to hem the sides of my front piece. To do that now, I'm just going to fold this front piece in two, just like you can see me doing. I'll lay it out flat and then I'll take my back piece also and I'll fold it in two and I'll place it on top of my front piece. So when you are placing it, make sure that the base is touching each other. Make sure that it's at the same point. So then where your back stops, you're going to notch that point at your front. I do hope you understand. So you're going to be notching it just about half of an inch and then you're going to be folding it in just like you can see me doing from that notch. You're going to sew all the way down and you do that to both sides. After I was done, this is what I had this looking like. So you have the parts that you didn't sew on sticking out visibly. Alright. You're going to take your back piece now. I want to join them together and then on the sides, just like I can see, you sew on half of an inch down from that point that we notched. Okay. I'll sew all the way down and I'll do that to both sides. So after I was done, this is what I had this looking like. You can see it's very neat and that's because of the notch that I made there. I also went ahead to hem in the base of this dress. I just did it by about 1 inch, which is the same amount of allowance that I added, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to work on the top part of the gown now. For this top part of the gown, I want to create a channel that I'll be passing my rope through to create my halter neckline effect. To do that now, I'm going to fold one a bit and then I'll fold it the second time just like this. Just make sure that whatever you're folding is enough for a rope to pass through. So after I was done sewing on it, this is what this came out looking like. So then I made a rope. I made a rope and I'll be passing this rope through this neckline using my office pin. Okay, so just make sure that the rope that you make is long enough to go around your neck. So I'm passing it through the hole now. That's why I said you should sew big enough for an office pin and a rope to pass through. And now this is what I have this looking like. So this is basically all I have for this tutorial. This is what the neck looks like. This is what the sides look like. And this is what the back looks like. It's very easy to make. You can make it whatever choice of material that you have. Okay. So I do hope you found this tutorial very helpful. If you did, do not forget to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out any of my amazing tutorials. Share this video to people who you think will find it helpful, and tell me what you think about this dress in the comment section. You can also ask me your questions in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you in my next tutorial. Bye guys.